Hello, everybody. I was thinking about something today, and it occurred to me that our world that we live in is a recurring thing. One of the most examples I could think of is that, if you ever have something bad happen to you, or you have a bad experience, or just a whole bunch of series of bad experiences, you know, somebody will always tell you, they'll always just bring up the fact of like, well, it happens to everybody. I would be telling, somebody close to me, all the problems that I'm going through, and everybody's like, well, everybody goes through bad times. And I can't take that away from them. I'm not trying to refute them or anything like that. So, that it is true, people do go through bad things. But you start to realize as you get older that, this reoccurring thing happens, and it's always a series of bad events mixed with good moments, just day in and day out. However, I've noticed that because of that when you get to the gospel makes that stop. The gospel is, we start to realize that we are sinners separated by God, but because of the good parts that we have, it comes from above. All of the good things that we have come from above. Every single nice gesture, every kindness, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, which is patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and even self-control. Even self-control, or I should say temperance, in moderation. That's what temperance means. Self-control has its moments. There's times where everybody practices self-control. They could hold their tongue. They could, a lot of people associate that with, not sinning at all. But it's just like, well, there's times where you fall into sin, but, there's times where you can control your sin as well. So, I think everybody practices that self-control as much as possible. However, all of those good things do come from God, but all of the bad experiences come from our own human experiences. The gospel is that we are separated at birth, and we grow up in a sinful world where the inheritance of sin is upon us. We grow up in this world, and we don't know God at all. And then when we come to know his son, Jesus Christ, we believe that he died for our sins. We get to know God by knowing his son, Jesus Christ. If you know not the Son, you know not the Father. He died for us, was risen on the third day, which is Sunday, and is now seated at the right hand of the Father. That in and of itself is the gospel. Thank you very much. God bless you all. And may the gospel be with you guys every single day. The gospel is the most important message. It's important to get it out. Thank you. Bye.